National Plan of Action for an Integrated Response to Children and Violence launched. House of Representatives approves Hart merger bill and 15 persons appointed to the Youth Advisory Council. You're watching Jamaica House Weekly. I'm Anthony Morgan.
What we went to China to do was to focus on developing trade. That's top priority.
Prime Minister Andrew Holness updating Tuesday's sitting of the House of Representatives on his recent one-week official working visit to the People's Republic of China. The assignment resulted in the signing of 7 memoranda of understanding between Jamaica and China. Mr. Holness said plans were being finalized to increase the export of live and frozen lobster, fresh fruits, pork, sea cucumber, and jackfruit seeds to China. Investments are also being pursued in the development of special economic zones and logistics hub, urban center development, water and sewerage, agriculture, and affordable housing. Jamaica-China agreements in sport and cultural exchanges were extended, while work continues apace on a possible airlift arrangement between the countries. An agreement was also struck in education.
Through our partnership, the government will be focusing on technology training and building out more school infrastructure. Later this month, the Vice Minister of Education for China, Ms. Weng Tihu, will pay a working visit to Jamaica to sign an MOU in the field of education and to exchange views on strategies needed to prepare our societies for the future of work.
The National Plan of Action for an Integrated Response to Children and Violence, the NPACV, was launched this past week. Prime Minister Andrew Holness said it was completed with the support of UNICEF and included a roadmap for implementation and monitoring. The National Plan of Action will be complemented by the recently appointed National Commission on the Prevention of Violence. That commission is expected to examine Jamaica's culture of violence and make far-reaching recommendations to stimulate behavior change for sustainable solutions.
We must get it right, as we cannot allow violence to continue to destroy our children, families, communities, and the overall quality of life that Jamaicans aspire to.
The Prime Minister was addressing Tuesday's historic sitting of Parliament, during which a group of children presented their issues to the House of Representatives.
What we're trying to do at heart is to create a total institution for the life cycle of the citizen as it relates to their need for training.
Prime Minister Andrew Holness, as he made the case for the passage of a bill to merge the functions of the Heart Trust NTA with the National Youth Service, the Apprenticeship Board, and the Jamaican Foundation for Lifelong Learning. The move will pave the way for the creation of the Heart Trust National Training and Service Agency (NTSA). Prime Minister Holness said the merger would allow government to refocus all its training resources into one agency.
There is synergy from the merger of the corporate services of the 4 entities that are there, and that synergy would lead to better management of the treasury of the trust, and it will lead to greater synchronization and coordination of the allied services.
The House agreed and approved the Human Employment and Resource Training Amendment Act 2019. Early in the day, the Prime Minister was in Spalding, Clarendon. He was there to rename Spalding High to the Alphonsus Davis High School. Mr. Davis, who was a former advisor to Prime Minister Holness, served as principal of the school for 28 years. Mr. Holness told the gathering that Alphonsus Davis was instrumental in mainstreaming deans of disciplines in schools, as well as the development of the School Safety and Security Manual to tackle cell phones and violence in learning institutions.
The system has been transformed. We're not where we want to be. There are many things that we still need to transform. But I just wanted to point out to you, because you may not understand it, you may not see it, but the work that Alphonsus did was instrumental in that transformation of not just Spalding, but the entire education system.
Back in Kingston Thursday, Mr. Holness issued instruments of appointment to 15 young persons who are to serve on the Youth Advisory Council. Chaired by 23-year-old Kai Bridgewater, the council is expected to facilitate dialogue between young people and government ministries, departments, and agencies. The current members will serve for 1 year.
You are change agents and need to play a role in shaping and influencing programs and policies and in finding solutions to local, national, and global problems. The charge for the Youth Advisory Council is to help us change society and build a prosperous Jamaica.
Prime Minister Andrew Holness spent Monday evening giving remarks at Mega Mart's 20th anniversary and long service awards ceremony.
What Jamaica needs is an enlightened, capitalist approach to development. And in the creation of value, that value is shared appropriately between the capitalists in profit and the workers in their wages and income.
At the office of the Prime Minister this past week, Mr. Holness received a visit from youth parliamentarians. During Wednesday's meeting, he told them about government's plans to address their concerns, including violence, youth participation in governance, and abortion reform. Wednesday also saw Mr. Holness meeting with newly appointed President of the Private Sector Organization of Jamaica, Keith Duncan. And that's how we close out Jamaica House Weekly. Be sure to join us next time for more of the news stories coming out of the office of the Prime Minister.